So I've been practicing this song, Crossroads by Eric Clapton, and I noticed something that I wanted to share. And I'm going to keep working on it, and I'll report back when I make some real progress. But basically the riff is this open, it's in like what I consider like an A major. The riff is this sort of open A string, and then second finger on the second fret of the third string, and then hitting this third fret of the fifth string and bending into the major third. This is a minor third of A. That's bending into the major third of A. Now that's where it goes to the 4 chord, the D, and it's played as a D7 here. This is a D, and then if you lower your root a whole step, then you got a D7, and he's doing this sort of picking. There you go. I just played a lick there that I did a combination of like reading people's tabs on it and watching him play it, and I'm not playing it like how he does in the original recording, but it's similar and it gets the point across. So it's like a minor pentatonic lick sliding up to the 5th of A minor to the E. This is the minor third of A minor, and you want to bend it, and then you hammer on from the minor third to the major third, and you land on the 5, the root of the 5 chord, which is E. You want to try to get that smooth. Trouble, so I just really slow it down. Chord D. I'm playing like a D7. And then this is the part I wanted to tell you about, is that the 5 chord, the E, when you solo over it. So it kind of sounds like this. So if you're so what I'm doing is I'm thinking in A major 7, and I'm picking notes out of that using the notes that are in the chord tone. So you have a root, you have your flat 7, that is the same for here, your root, so all those notes are in play. Of course, your 5th, which is when you're playing over A, your 5th is going to be E. So these notes, so you got A, you got G, you got E. got C and C sharp. For that matter, you can even go B and bend into the. And then D, got your third, your minor third, your fifth, your flat seven, your root, and then back to the A7, and you hit that minor third, or that major third. And then it's really when you get here, this is kind of the cool thing I've discovered, is if you get to the 5 chord and you're self accompanying your sort of lead playing, you can do this diminished triad here, which is your pointer finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, your 3rd finger on the 9th fret, the 2nd string. You can go, or you can put your middle finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string. But this is the shape here, like this. You can do that over the turnaround, you know, where you go from the 5 chord to the 4 chord, back to the 1. You can go. So there, when I go to the 4 chord, I'm playing a lick in this position. Root, major 3rd, 5th, lowered 7th, and then up to this shape, major 3rd, 5th, and bending up to the flat 7. These licks, and they're pretty simple, and it's just utilizing the minor 3rd. So in the case of A7, it would be C, bending up to a C sharp, your root, and then which is A obviously, and then your 5th, which is E, and then your flat 7, which is G. Here too. Here's your E, which is your 5th, your root, G, your flat 7, your minor 3rd, which is C, up to a C sharp. of fun with that. It's hours of fun, and I think it's really cool. So try it out. Like, try to follow me there, and then ask me any questions in the comments. I'm not a professional player. I'm just learning this stuff as I go along, and I like to share it.